Hey friends, I wanted to bring you a new recipe. This one is called Gooey bars. It is also a recipe from 1982 and I just wanted to bring it to you, so let's go ahead and get started. You're going to need about 16 ounces of powdered sugar, so about half this bag that you see in front of you. 1 box of yellow cake mix. You're going to also need 3 eggs, 1 stick of butter. I used unsalted. And you're going to need 1 block of cream cheese of your choice. And so we're going to just get started. So you're going to want to start out with your box of yellow cake mix. You could certainly use white cake mix if you wanted to, but it's going to have an egg put in it with the yolk, so it's probably better to use the yellow. So just take your box of yellow cake mix, and you're going to want to completely melt that stick of butter down because you're getting ready to incorporate the 2 of those together. Also in this mixture, you're going to want to add 1 egg to this particular mixture. This one is the first that goes into the first layer of the gooey bar. Guys, this recipe is really delicious. Like I said, it's a 1982 recipe. It did take close to an hour to bake. But remember, the inside is going to be gooey. But I do recommend using a sheet pan rather than the a casserole dish like I used. Okay, so after you get everything mixed together, and it is quite a tough mixture to get mixed together, you're going to want to take and put it in your dish, or in your case, a sheet pan. Be sure that you spray the sheet pan with some non-stick. Mine did stick just a little bit, and I actually forgot to spray it. So go ahead and do that, and be sure you spray it down, and then you're just going to want to take your mixture and spread it out as evenly as you can, because this part is actually going to bake some in there. There's some that I didn't get quite incorporated. I just mix it up, and that was in the bottom, just mix it in. It's just some of the mixture along with the egg and butter. So here we're going to add our softened cream cheese. Make sure that you leave it out, or I left mine out for a little bit, so it could be a little soft. Seems like it is a little bit harder on the mixer. And also I'm going to slowly add half that bag. That is a 32-ounce bag, so I'm going to add half of it slowly, incorporate it in. And I have 2 eggs that are going to also be put in this mixture, which is going to be, this part is actually going to be the gooey part that's in your gooey bars. So you're just going to want to mix it up really good. I started mine out on a low speed just because the powdered sugar goes everywhere, and it did some there in the first spin. But I'm just going to continue that process and add some slowly at a time. And when I get to the end, I'm just going to kind of scoop everything out, scoop the sides down just in case there's anything that, didn't get mixed up, and then mix it again just for a few minutes to make sure everything gets incorporated and the powdered sugar actually gets broke down. So I have all the mixture complete, and it blended up very nicely. And you're just going to want to dump that in over the previous mixture. Like I said before, the bottom is actually going to bake some, but the inside or the gooey part is not going to become like a bread, like per se a cake bread. It is going to be just as it says, which is gooey. So you're just going to want to spread that out as evenly as possible. And I added some different things into my mixture. You don't have to add anything. It's fine just like it is. But I went and I decided to add some chocolate chips. And I had some mini semi-sweet chocolate chips. And I added those. And I also decided to add some walnuts. All of these things are completely optional. It was not part of the recipe adding those. I decided to add those because I had some extra there from a different recipe. And so I just sprinkled some on the top. And it actually turned out to be a really good recipe. My family loves it. It's probably not one of my favorite, but my family absolutely love the recipe. I don't like the gooey stuff, but it's really delicious. I would certainly fix it for them again. So I'll show you a picture of actually what it looks like after it's baked. The center does look a little different, but and it baked a little, but it is going to have a gooey texture, and you'll be able to see that in the end picture. But you could add anything you want to. You could add sprinkles if you wanted to. You could add different types of nuts, cranberries, dried cranberries would be really good. So it's it's up to you. So guys, I hope you really enjoyed this video, and I'll show you what it looks like baked, and I'll also show you what it looked like at the end after it's been cut. But I hope you enjoyed the video, and I encourage you to make some of these recipes. They're very vintage and special. So I'll see you in the next one.